Before we get into this video, guys, I'd just like to say a massive thank you to my new sponsor, Will Any. Make sure you all go subscribe to his channel, turn notifications on for it, and also go check out some of his merch at willany.co.uk and buy some because it's some really good merch. If you would like one-to-one monthly driver training, have your company on my cart, videos, and suit, whilst also helping me in my attempt to win this championship and secure my place at the World Finals in Italy, please contact me using the information in the description below. This weekend brought the second ever Joe Dale Memorial meeting at Onewell Karting. Joe Dale was actually a racer at this track, but sadly died 2 years ago from an asthma attack. So the club worked with his parents to run this meeting and raise money for the charities that helped him. Now, at the first meeting of this last year, I actually won Driver of the Day, which was picked by Joe's parents for the best driver out of the whole meeting. So that's a yearly trophy. It's like massive. It's like almost up to my hip when I put it on the floor. It's an absolutely massive trophy. I've had my name engraved on it. That picture will be up on screen right now. And basically I had to give that back ready for the next person to get it this year. So obviously I wouldn't get it this year again. Otherwise that would be a bit unfair. Now, last time I raced this track was exactly 1 year ago at the last Joe Dale meeting. And basically we decided to go and have a relaxing day. I couldn't practice Saturday because we were helping out at a different track, like helping out sort out the track basically. So we turned up on the Sunday, just wanting to have a good time, and then disaster struck. In the first practice, my engine wouldn't start, so I couldn't practice, and my first ever time in the kart for quite a little bit, and first time at the track for a whole year was in the first heat. So stay tuned for this whole video to see how I get on. There was some epic racing in this video, so make sure you stay tuned.
Run that video like a track, ooh. Run that video like a track, ooh. Give me the pack and I might take that, ooh. She got a fatty, I might take that. Give me your addy, we pulling up to your bed and we gon' put it around.
Alright, so here we are, guys, me sat on the grid waiting, ready for my first heat. I'm a bit nervous because I don't know whether the cart's set up right. I don't know whether I'm going to be able to remember the track. So I'm just sort of trying to focus and just try and think back to a year ago when I last raced this track, and just trying to remember all the braking points, all the accelerating points, all the lines, and hopefully I can get a good result. So I'm starting fourth for this one. It's mixed grid, so like you start at random places out of these 3 heats. It's a 9-minute long heat, so I'll show you the highlights, and there is some good racing in this heat, so stay tuned. So this is the warm-up lap where you're meant to like get your tyres warmed up, get all your kart warmed up. Then when you come around for the start, you roll in a nice formation. So like one on the left, one on the right, one behind them, one behind the other one. You get the point. But for me, I was just trying to look at the track again and just try and familiarise myself with it. So I'm starting fourth, and as you can see, we're just coming around quite slowly, getting ready for the start. So you're meant to try and get as close to the person in front as possible so that you can get a good start. So let's see how I do. Coming up to the start, the lights are out, so I'll switch to the inside and I get back up to the third, and then I'm pushing on the back of 26, and number 20 is in the lead, so number 26 is looking up the inside of number 20, so I just push on the back of 26 and hopefully I can get through on number 20, but number 20 defends right up to the first corner. He squeezes 26 out a little bit, so then I look up the inside of 26, but then I almost get squeezed in the wall, so I back out. And then coming into this corner, we get a better exit than him, so he goes through, so I follow him through. I have to squeeze him a little bit, otherwise he'll get back up my inside, and then it's 26 in the lead and me behind him. So after me having to pass number 20 after number 26, I did lose a little bit of time, so I'm just trying to gain it back. I ran out wide there. That curb hurts. You don't want to touch that if you ever go to Onewell. Like it was quite a steep curve. I literally went on it. Oh god, it throws you about. It just hurts your ribs. But here I gained a little bit of time on him, and let's see if I can catch up right onto his bumper and see if I can overtake. can see 26 made a little bit of a mistake, so I've managed to catch back up to him. At this point, I'm kind of just surprised with myself that I managed to remember the track and managing to keep up with number 26 as he comes to this track quite a little bit, and he is a pretty good driver. And I make a lot up into braking just then. He broke a little bit early into there, but he gets a little bit of a better exit. But let's just see if I can catch more on him. Okay, so guys, we've skipped a couple of laps ahead now, and coming into this corner, he makes a little bit of a mistake, misses the apex, runs out wide, so I've got a really good run on him coming up to here. I'm getting the slipstream, he looks back, he knows he's going to get overtaken, so I dive down the inside into the hairpin, stop it on the apex to make sure he doesn't get the switchback, and there I am, now in the lead. There's 4 minutes left on the clock. When it gets to 0, there's 1 lap to go, so let's see if I can hold this position. As you can see, guys, I did make a little bit of a mistake there. I didn't hold my brake long enough, so it put me out wide a little bit, but I've got him right on my bumper, so I need to try and hold my position and try and win this race. I've skipped a little bit more into the future now, guys, coming on to the penultimate lap, coming around the first corner. I run out wide a little bit, but I get a pretty good exit, so I'm just going to take my racing line, and then if he slips up the inside, I'm going to have to try and get back at him on the last lap. Coming out the hairpin, I get a good exit. There's a car in front that is about to get lapped, but there's another car behind us which is in a different race, so there was only like 2 in that different race, and I've been slipped up the inside. So then he runs out a little bit wide, so I look up the inside, he covers the inside line, coming around the last corner, bumper to bumper, and then coming into here, I've take an early break so I can get a better exit. So I throw it around the outside, coming up to the hairpin. Can I get it done? Can I get it done? He's going to try and cover it with all his might, and then I manage to get it done. But then that person that's in a different race goes and knocks me out wide, so I end up down in second, and yeah, I've had to take second. But anyway, guys, I'll take second for the first heat. Haven't been to the track in a year. Kart was a bit off and engine issues, but yeah, guys, I'll take second in the first heat. Second heat. I'm starting on pole for this heat, and at the start I'm going to try and make sure I obviously keep my first position, and I'm just going to try and get away and see if I can win this one. The full start flags, and that means that there was something wrong with the formation and they're not happy with it, so they just want everyone to go back round again to do another warm-up lap. So we're now coming back round for the final corner to start the race. Hopefully this is right this time. Let's see how we get on. And it's lights out, and away we go. So I'm covering the inside line, coming up to the first corner, making sure I don't get overtaken, and I run out a little bit wide, so I make a little bit of a mistake, so I know that I need to cover the inside line, coming up to the hairpin, and I'm going to move out slowly for the corner so that I don't get too bad of an exit, so that, at the end I'll just move out so that I can then get a good corner, and hopefully I can try and get away and gain some time. As you can see, guys, I've already built up a little bit of a gap, but something doesn't feel quite right with the car. I've got too much front end, which means when I'm turning in, it's turning in too quickly and the cart's too sharp on steering. So I'm going to have to try and put up with that all race. But yeah, let's see if I can keep my first position. For a lot of the race, it sort of stays like this until I was caught and overtaken, and I just couldn't quite hold on because of the technical issues. But yeah, let's roll on heat 3. Here we are, sat on the grid, ready for heat 3. I'm starting in P6, so it's not too bad to be honest. But at the first car, I'm just going to try and make up as many places as possible. But for this one, at the start of the day, basically, the reason I had to miss first practice because the engine wouldn't start, and then we put a different one on, and that's the one we used for the first and second heat. But for the third heat, we decided to try the one that wouldn't start because we managed to fix it. But the whole way through, it was just lacking power, so I just didn't have the power to hold on. And let's see where I end up anyway. So coming round for the start, I am going to spoil it for you. There was no false start this time, so we're racing straight away. So coming down the straight, the lights are out. As you can see, I'm already lacking power down the straight. I make up one place around the outside, and then I run out wide a little bit, and I'm trying to get past 23. I'm just getting his slipstream, but he's pulling away a little bit down the straight, so I'm struggling for engine power. So I have to completely dive up the inside under late braking. And then number 25 and number 8 are squabbling a little bit, which is sort of helping me so I can catch back up. But I'm really struggling with engine power, so I'm just trying to keep up with them. And then coming into sector 3, they get a little bit squirrely, and I managed to gain quite a bit of time. And then coming around to the last corner to complete the first lap, I'm gaining on number 8, but I just don't have the engine power to get up the inside, so I have to back out, early brake so I can get a good exit. And I'm just getting his slipstream right up to the hairpin. I'm pushing him. I'm going to move out last minute and outbrake him, and then that is me up to third. So now, next on my checklist is to overtake number 25. We are later in the lap now, and I've caught right up to the back of number 25. He runs out wide coming out of there, so I give him a little push up the straight because he's defending. So then he moves out for the corner, so I move out to overtake him, and I outbrake him, and that is me up to second. But as you can see, guys, as I was lacking engine power, it took me quite a little bit to catch up to number 25, and number 26 has already gone. So I stay here for the rest of the race, and yeah, I finished second again. So I'm starting third for the final, so let's see how I get on. As you can see, guys, I'm really struggling to keep with number 26. My engine is just not pulling out the corners, so I'm going to have to, so I don't think I'll be able to catch back up to him. I'm going to push as hard as I can, see if I can. But if not, I'm going to have to settle with second. So yeah. We're now a lot later into the race, guys. As you can see, I just couldn't hold on. My engine was struggling so much with power out the corners. But I managed second, which I'll take to say I haven't been to this track in a year. My next race report will be on my racing next weekend, where I am in Lincolnshire in a track called Fullbeck, where I'm doing a race, practicing ready for the British Championship round 5 and 6, which is down in Bournemouth in a track called Clay Pigeon. So I'll see you all next weekend for my racing at Fullbeck. But anyway guys, thank you all so much for watching. It means the absolute world to me. Please go and smash the like button and subscribe. Turn notifications on so you can be first to every one of my videos. This video took me absolutely ages to make. And as always, thank you to Will Any Custom Racewear, my mum and my dad, and my mechanic Alan Hoyle. So I hope to see you all sometime next week, where I'll be making a video of my racing next week. But anyway guys, have an amazing day or night, whatever time zone you're in, and I hope to see you all in the next one. Peace!